Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday's stream. How are you guys doing today? I am doing pretty good.
Service. Good job.
Hey Dubs. Hey, I at least remembered this time before I got to talking.
Better now that you're here.
Oh, well, thanks a lot, buddy.
I'm just saying, think about it.
Oh, good.
Secret of NIMH, Redwall, American Tail / Fievel, Ralph S. Mouse, Give a Mouse a Cookie, Mouse on a Motorcycle, Stuart Little. Probably some I'm forgetting. Our childhoods were like 80% mice.
True. True.
No, mine was mostly trauma and hiding while my parents fought.
Wow. I need to fix this camera, actually. Because I keep having to, like, go over here to get centered. Let's... Ooh. Oh. You guys have seen some of the magic. Watching the magic happen. Here we go. Done.
No,
how are you guys doing today?
Angle, so side view whatever is in chat.
I mean, I could still do it. How are you guys doing today? My day's been pretty good so far. Mana and I went out for our usual kind of Wednesday
Fair enough.
lunch date. Tried something new. That's always exciting. It was pretty good.
I already told you, better now that you're here.
I don't know how to handle compliments.
Was it anal? Was that the something new?
No. No. There's a. I'm sure it's a chain. It wasn't local or anything, but it's relatively new to the area. There was a place across town called Chicken Salad Chick. And I wanted to try a seemingly healthier option. So we went there, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Mono was surprised at how much they liked it.
Yeah, we have one of those here.
Yeah, I
Never
like
had
them. I suggested if so. Obviously, as the name suggests, they do chicken salad. But they have other things if that isn't quite your forte. For example, like when I suggested it, Mono really didn't want to go because they don't like chicken salad. Nothing to do with the taste, they just say it's a texture thing, which I understand. It's mush. But they got like a soup and sandwich combo, and I got a salad with a scoop o chicken salad, and everything was really good. Their sandwich was really good. The soup was really good, which they have a set soup menu, but then they also have daily specials. And so Mana got the loaded potato soup. Like I said, it was really, really good. I had a couple tastes of theirs. And then, like I said, I got one of their salads with poppy seed dressing, and then just their like original traditional chicken salad, and they just put a scoop on top of it. And yeah, like I said, it was really good.
I'd like to try it, but I have like $511 in my account and a $532 bill due in a few days.
Understandable. Yeah, I would focus on that. But yeah, next like opportunity. So everything was, around $8 to $10. not including the drink, probably closer to like 12 or 13 afterwards. But the next time you have the available time and money to do it, I'd give him a try. So yeah, we had lunch there, and that was pretty good. We walked down and checked out a like bath soap sort of place.
25 hours of work, so won't be for a bit.
Yeah, fair enough. I definitely understand that issue as well. When did you say your big stream was? So, bit of a shout out from my buddy over here. Bit of a shout out from my buddy over here, Hunter. He's coming up on 1 year here on Twitch, and is an affiliate. They said they're going to be doing a 24-hour stream soon as a celebration for that, which I'm sure they're just about to tell me when that's going to be. So whenever that happens, and actually before then, right fucking now, go over, follow his channel.
August 1st is my big stream.
August 1st. What'd I tell you? Yeah, they're going to be doing a 24-hour stream, and I will definitely be there for some of that. As in, I'll be watching. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can plan something. But we'll see. I'm really proud of them for sticking with him for so long. Good job, Hunter. You did it.
I don't know a start time yet, but that will be announced closer to time. If possible, I'd be down to try and do some It Takes Two.
That'd be pretty neat. I don't have it yet. But obviously I've got some time to buy what I'm sure is like a $30 or $40 game. Is it a full price game? Why don't we check?
I don't either, LUL.
Well... Oh, it's actually on sale right now. It's 60% off, down to $16 at normal price is $40. There's also a bundle that's 70% off right now, normally $70, down to about $21, $22. That comes with both It Takes Two and A Way Out. So that's neat. Yeah, so Mon and I, we had our lunch. It was really good. And then we walked down a little bit to a, I think, a local...
/gg.deals/games/?title=sign it +sign takes +sign 2. That's a link. I don't know if it'll work. Oh, I love It Takes Two. Wish I could play it agent for the first time.
We went to this soap store. It's really neat because they, homemade, handmade soaps are like the big thing now. But they actually have a station, and I'm sure it's like with sign-ups and everything. You can't just like walk in and do it. No, you're good. You're able to post links because you're VIP, and yeah, I would imagine that.
Is it clean underscore?
I think I can.
Time to post porn. Gotcha. Hey guys.
Alta, hello! Welcome to the stream. Been a minute since I saw you. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, we went to this soap store and like they have I'm sure it's sign-ups, I'm sure it's at specific times, but you can go in and make your own soaps. I don't know if they're like, yeah, like we have all of these things, you can make your own, or whether it's you make specific ones or not or whatever, but it was pretty neat. Most of their stuff there was really nice, pretty fairly priced for what it is you're shopping for. We didn't get anything, but we don't really need anything at the moment, and between paychecks, so still got a couple bills that we gotta pay. But it was really nice. I think it's called Buff City Soaps, in case anyone wants to look it up. And then Mana got a cookie.
Finally,
at another local place called Crumble Cookie.
They changed everything drastically.
Yeah, I saw. If it's the same URL as the one they used before,
Changed the design.
yeah, I noticed that. If it's the same URL though, I don't know if
I
any.
almost asked why didn't you get a cookie and then remembered.
Yeah. Although I will say, Mana they didn't ask if they had sugar-free options.
Did you cut
doubt
your hair?
it.
Tear glove, tear glove.
No. It's just actually taken care of. I just slicked it back. Which is actually normally how I usually do it. I shaved the beard, but I have to. Unfortunately, I can't really have long facial hair.
Is there a storm outside? Hey, y'all wanna watch a funny clip of Sirius?
Why, Hunter? What are you talking about? What are you referencing? What's going on? If they want to watch a funny clip of me, they could just watch the stream that they're watching. Right, pal? Buddy? Sir?
https://clips.twitch.tv/tenacious-boringa anaconda smooc hers -ku 5xp-j0lulnz6co at Hunt Society Games Plus PogChamp.
Phenomenal. What was I talking about? Was I even saying anything? So I got a couple questions for you guys today. We're gonna have a little talk. I'm actually glad everyone's here because it was a conversation I wanted to have. Me watch it? Because if it's the one I'm thinking of, yeah. Okay.
The answer is 42. Next.
Fucking, it's not a numerical answer. Unless there happens to be a video game called 42. So actually, I would be surprised if there wasn't. Alright, let's get this
Have you
up.
seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
How fucking dare you assume that answer is no?
I'll be upset/surprised if you haven't.
No, of course I have. I've watched the movie, I've read the book. I haven't read all of them, like I haven't read the whole series, but I have read the first one. And I read Restaurant at the End of the Universe. I can't remember if I finished it, though. Okay.
Can't hear it.
There's nothing to hear. There was a little bit, like, at the beginning, but that was it. There wasn't really
Audio
anything to
very
hear.
Silent.
There's nothing to hear! All I briefly complained how shitty my hair looked, and then I stared at Nova silently for like 15 seconds. That was the whole fucking clip.
I'm aware of what it is.
Well, then you should know the audio isn't a fucking problem. Nerd. Now I got a couple questions for you guys today. And then I'm gonna maybe work on something on stream. We'll see.
I still need to hear the 3 seconds of audio that existed, damn it.
Well, then go watch the clip yourself. There we are. So this wasn't the main thing I wanted to ask, but I do have an opener for you guys, just to kind of get the ball rolling, get some WD-40 on the gears. A hypothetical situation for you guys. A hypothetical for you guys. Would you rather have...
Oh yeah, lube me up, daddy.
I'm gonna mute TTS if you guys can't behave. Let me get this out. Let me land. Would you guys rather have...
Big one.
Would you guys rather have unlimited bacon?
Of course I can't behave. It's me.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no games?
Yana il yana mouth yana ire.
Or games. Unlimited games, but no games. While you're thinking about that, I think I need to change this into kinda. Yeah, I'll just keep it there. So that's the question.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Kappa. You fucked up what yeah meant. You said unlimited games but no games.
Yeah, that's the question. Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no games, or games, unlimited games, but no games?
What games we losing with the bacon? Board games?
Whatever game is most attractive to you in that sense, whether it's board games, whether it's video games, whether it's
doesn't make any fucking
card
sense.
games. Yes, do I need to repeat? Okay. Pay attention. Unlimited bacon, no games. Or games. Unlimited games, but no games. I feel like it's a pretty simple question, guys. Thinking a little too hard about it. Like, you could snap your fingers and just have bacon, but no games. Or you could snap your fingers and have any game you want, unlimited games, but no games. It's same kind of question. Like, if it's board games, video games, card games, like whatever attracts you the most, or all of them, whether it's all encompassing.
Like I can own the game but can't play it.
Hunter, listen. Unlimited bacon, but no games.
Or we get one type of game, but
That's
can't
one
do
option.
Another type of game. Is the bacon cooked?
Yes, the bacon's
Straight-faced.
cooked.
The only game I play is Bacon Simulator anyway.
Hunter, you're overcomplicating this. Unlimited bacon, but no games. Or games, unlimited games, but no games. That's it. That's the hypothetical. No one's even given me a fucking
Just
answer yet.
repeating it does not explain how you get games, but no games you fuck with.
You're so boxed up, dude. It's not. I don't know. What is. Do I need to explain it again? I'll explain it again. Bacon but no games. Unlimited bacon but no games. Or games. Unlimited games but no games.
That's it. I'm coming up there to do a murder. See ya in 40. Is it good bacon?
Yes. Whatever bacon is pinnacle bacon for you. Same thing with the games. Like I say, it's unlimited games, but no games.
Back-O-Mon, my favorite game from Bacon-Tendo.
That one was a stretch, buddy. Good effort, though. You should have spelled Bacon-Tendo with an I. B-A-C-I-N-T-E-N-D-O. B-A-C... B-A-C-I-N-T-N... B-A-C-I-B-A-C... in I-N... 10...
Back-O-Mon needs to be workshopped. So when I take the bacon games, d'you per completely for me?
Yes. You are not able to play, purchase... You're not able to play or purchase another game. But you are able to watch Let's Plays or live streams. So you would still be able to experience it. You would still be able to see gameplay, know the story. You could watch it, but you can never own or play one again. But you have unlimited bacon whenever you want. Cooked, delicious bacon. Or games, unlimited games, but no games.
MHM, probably still take the bacon cause I wowed just sell it.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's a really good money maker. You're like never gonna starve to death again. Like you may get sick of bacon, and obviously it'll probably cause some heart issues. But you'll never go hungry again. Technically speaking, you'd never have to worry about food. You'd have to worry about a variety, but you'd never starve. In fact, you could actually probably help other people that are starving.
With games, you probably might get some problems selling them.
Yeah. And you're never gonna get full value for them. Alright, so I'll drop the facade for a moment. Hunter, let me cool your jets a little bit. Let me explain what the fuck I'm doing. Because I can't take credit for this. This is not an original idea. There is a streamer slash YouTuber named JSchlatt. And I like him enough. He's really funny. And then he has a podcast with two other people that I really like. Ted Nivison and another guy. I feel really bad because I don't follow his stuff, and I should. He seems funny enough. I don't know who he is, and I don't subscribe to him or anything. Anyways, Give me a second and I'll pull this up for you guys. Ah! Oh, right. It's the other setup. Yes, I would like to remove it. It's okay. Hello.
Tiddly didn't see a VID on this a few days ago XD.
Did I... Oh, yeah, I did this with Tori. When she was here last week. I forgot about that. Well, we're doing it again. Why? Why is that so fucked up? Hold on, guys. This is my YouTube one. I don't know why it's so fucked. Oh, because I reformatted it for a really old video. Transform. Stretch to screen. Now let's change that. Ooh, I really need to change this. That. And that. And now, where's the fucking top of the video? Way up here. Okay. Once again, let's fit that to the screen. There we go. A little bit off the top. Okay. Okay. Then I need to... Let's turn the music off. I remembered. I'm remembering, guys. Wee. Okay. Volume on the video is all the way up. And then obviously let me know if you guys still can't hear it.
What's your would you rather? Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more games? Or games, unlimited games, and no games?
Completely incomprehensible. That was so nothing.
What? Angel, that I rented this one from, he said, he asked me a very funny question. I'm gonna relay on to you now, William. He asked me, would you rather have unlimited bacon,
Yeah.
but no more video games,
Okay. And here comes the kicker.
or
here
would
it
you
goes.
rather have games, unlimited games,
Yeah.
but no games, no games?
But no games. So unlimited games, but no games, or
Yeah.
unlimited bacon and no games.
So unlimited games.
Unlimited? No. Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more games, or games? You know,
Games. Wait, is that it?
Unlimited.
Center yourself, Aaron.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more games, or
Let him have it.
when it comes to like food in the apocalypses? I mean, if this was, the end of days, would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no video games? Yeah, Ludwig, would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more video games?
Right.
Or would you rather have video games?
Right.
Unlimited video games, but no games.
What? Would I rather have unlimited bacon?
bacon?
Well, hold on. Give it one more go.
Ludwig, would you rather have unlimited bacon?
And listen to what he's saying here.
So imagine this.
Yep.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more video games? Or would you rather have games, unlimited games, but no games?
But no bacon.
But no games?
You mean no bacon?
You just said you could have unlimited games.
Would you rather?
But no games.
Unlimited bacon, but no more games.
I'll take the games.
Or games,
Unlimited games, but no more games.
No more games.
No more
So that
games?
is the question.
Oh, I thought you misspoke.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Would you rather have unlimited games but no more games? Is what you guys keep
Do you
saying.
need to hear it again?
Do you need to hear?
No,
We can say
they're
it
brain
again if you
massaging
want.
you.
Say it again.
I guess I'll take the bacon.
It's a question.
Give it
Would
to
you
him.
rather have unlimited bacon, but no more video games, or games? Unlimited games, but no games.
I have every morning a ham sandwich with mayo, lettuce, tomato, and bacon. And I don't think I'll ever be able to replace that.
42.
Thanks, I hate
I don't think I'll ever be able.
Yeah. So do you see what I'm getting at? I love doing that to people. I love doing that to people, and I love what the fuck is that? There's a bug on the wall. Yeah, I love the gaslighting.
I am
of
going
like,
to shit in your chair.
Too late. I just love the gaslighting of
Well,
like,
I guess you will first.
obviously people think you're gonna say unlimited games but no bacon, but then you throw them that curveball and like games, unlimited games but no games, and every time they're like, wait a minute, hold on. Oh no, I thought you misspoke, and you just have to play it off as like, what do you need to hear it again? You just keep repeating it. You never acknowledge like what you're saying is fucking ludicrous. I love it so much. All right, so anyways, so there's that hypothetical out of the way. There's that would you rather. Oh, that's why I did it last week, Dator, is because we were doing the would you rather questions. After talking about which animals we'd fuck.
Would you try a German tomb twister? Just poked into my mind, I don't know why XD.
Pooped. Yes, I will. I will, Dubs. Honestly, if you just...
https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=3g4 is ziqr_c.
Honestly, Dubs, if you just posted your username, that would be enough of one for me, but go ahead. I will give it a try. Excuse my pronunciation or accent or lack thereof. I will do my best, legitimately. Is that another fucking bug, or is that I can't tell if that's a bug or just something on my screen. I can't tell. Hunter, am I...
Zenzame z Genzagen Zen Zentner Zucker Ziozu.
I'm gonna try something.
Stetsi SAE1.
You get banned for text?
10 zahme Ziegen zogen 10 Zentner Zucker zu Zoo.
10 tame goats brought 10 hundredweights of sugar to the zoo. And this is an easy one. Okay. Let me hear it one more time. I just wanted to make sure that the Z's in German were pronounced the same. I'm sorry, Z's.
10 zahme Ziegen zogen 10 Zentner Zucker
You should look at that video, buddy.
I
what
will.
did
Give me a
TDS
second.
made out of TIXD?
Yeah, I don't know, but it wasn't correct. Okay. Zenzami Ziegen Zogen Zenzetne Zucker Zuzu. Is that Is that Zenzame Zagen Zogen Zenzetne Zentne? That one's getting me just because of the NTN. Zenzame Zagen Zogen Zentne Zucker Zuzu. How was that? Did I get that right? All right, Hunter.
Not bad.
Fuck yes.
Headaches! You give me headaches!
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough. That's fair. All right, here's another hypothetical for you guys.
You almost understand what you mean, XDJK.
We're getting there. We're getting there. So not necessarily a. I'll just fucking show you. I posted this on the Facebook page, but it was only a little while ago, and I know not a ton of people are on the Facebook page. Actually, I haven't gotten any new likes in 2 months, so that's fun. Thought I posted it. Oh, I did. Oh, actually, let me. I don't know. I don't fucking know where to put this. Yeah, right there. And I did specify this on the Facebook post as well. Abilities includes powers. Anything like scientific or supernatural. Yes. So this is an all-inclusive thing, but that also goes for any downsides as well. So, for example, Vader. You would get like phenomenal force powers. You would get the lightsaber, but you would also get all of the detriments as well. Like you would placing this mask or helmet upon your person would essentially transform you into this person, good and bad. So Mando? Yeah, that'd be pretty good. So that's more the tech than really anything, right? Like obviously he's I'm not downplaying Din's abilities. He's very clearly like a sharpshooter. He's a phenomenal bounty hunter and assassin. But as far as we are aware, not force sensitive, so no force powers, but you would get essentially his entire arsenal, which at the moment also includes the Darksaber.
Mondo, Batman, Deadpool, or Vader.
That's like that's a third of the fucking options. Would you choose, I don't know, 2? Also, it's like at least you need to narrow it down a little bit. And like I mean, Batman's a phenomenal choice because at the end of the day, you could also choose to just not be Batman and just have billions of dollars. Because to me, that part of it is so integral to Batman that it wouldn't just be, oh, I put the cowl on, like you put on the mask and then you just become
you're right.
Batman.
Batman it is. Batman equals trauma and probably depression. Is it any Power Ranger or specifically Tommy as the Green Ranger? Because I'm almost into it just to be a hot teen in the early 90s, but he gets mind controlled, which sounds unpleasant.
For that, I'm going to say...
MCU or comic.
Ooh, that's also a little different because his healing factor works like basically instantly in the comics, right? Like in the movies, they make it a little more realistic because it's live action, so it like slowly grows back over time. But I think in the comics, he just like if like an injury happens, it's just boom. However, for this instance, I'm going to say live action Deadpool, not comics, because comics are just so ludicrously overpowered. I'm going to say live action for Deadpool, and to answer the other question, for that instance, I would say it's not that you become Tommy, it's more of just
US
you
comic
gain...
He can't literally not die.
Yeah.
Is this Vader in Obi-Wan or Vader in the OG 3?
Okay, so first of all, the Green Ranger question is more of just you get the Green Ranger powers. So you essentially get a Dino Buckler with the Dragon Coin. That's what you get. But that also means that you get the Dragon Flute and can summon the Dragon Zord. For Vader, I'll give you...
Then yes. Green Ranger is my answer.
For Vader, I'll say between episode 3 and 4, closer to episode 3 than 4. Because that way you're still getting his abilities and detriments, but not so many detriments that he had like by episode 4 and 5. In terms of like the age factor and the just general loss of grander abilities that he had earlier on.
So Obi-Wan series, got it.
Yeah.
And Venom Spider-Man Venom or Venom Venom.
For that, I would basically just say you get the Venom symbiote attached to you. Because, you know, Eddie Brock isn't really going to do you too much. I'm taking this more as just you get the Venom symbiote. Quote on, so it would be Green Ranger for you?
No, in today's world, I would pick V because fuck the government.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess, like, he, even with the powers / abilities that he had, he still died relatively easily. He like, a lot of these people
but
either
also,
have...
I could be Vader and fuck the government.
Yeah, you could probably do a lot more with, like, a lightsaber and force powers than... like, increase strength, stamina, speed. Which, again, like, not bad, for sure. Like, anything in the real world is going to give you an edge, right? But, like, V... like, especially compared to a lot of these, just isn't really too good comparatively. Also, does anyone recognize the one that's above V and next to the Green Ranger? Still Mando?
RPG comes my way, me grabs it with the Force and yeets it back. Nope.
Oh, you meant like a rocket-propelled grenade. I was thinking like Skyrim or D&D. Anyways, does anyone know... Here, let me make this a little bigger.
Fucking nerd.
What's that one? Well, you guys can't see my mouse, but what's the one next to Like above V next to the Green Ranger here in the corner. I don't recognize that one. Also, I'm assuming people are
Top right
avoiding...
is MF Doom's mask technically, but modeled after Dr. Doom from F4.
Really?
MF Doom is a rapper. I mean Beskar is probably bulletproof, isn't it?
Yes.
Or was. He's dead.
Oh. Also, I'm assuming a lot of us are ignoring the Loki mask simply for the fact that, like... okay, so why is no one going for the Loki mask? Is it just because there are other options you like more? Or is it... Are you too afraid of what would happen if you put it on? Because, like, especially in the comics, the mask is actually, like... fucking ridiculous in terms of, like, powers and abilities. Also kind of surprised no one even, like, mentioned Magneto. Spawn I can understand.
I don't know the Mesk XD.
Which, the one I was asking about, the one in the
Magneto
corner?
would be cool too.
Yeah, so, like, especially...
I mean, Magneto v Vader would be a fun fight to see.
Would it? It'd be over in 2 fucking seconds,
Loki
man.
one.
Oh, gotcha. Well, yeah, I guess there's a lot of factors going into you maybe not having ever seen the mask. I'm sure it was released in Germany. I also don't know, generally speaking, what your age is, Dubs, so I can't really say, but, yeah, that's what it's from, is from the...
21.
Okay, then yeah, you probably haven't seen it. In the 90s, maybe early 2000s, there was a Jim Carrey movie that was an adaptation of a comic book called The Mask. So essentially what it does, and the one I'm talking about, the Loki mask is the one between Vader and Deadpool. When you put it on, so nothing to do with
I mean,
Marvel Loki.
Not necessarily, because Vader can use the Force pretty well with little movement.
I'll get into to that fight in just a second. So Loki is in, like, the actual Loki, like the Norse deity, not MCU Tom Hiddleston Loki. Whoever puts on the mask gains, like, superhuman abilities, but is also transformed. The mask basically brings out your most core
Not helping when he got right
being.
peppered. MCU Loki is a Norse deity still.
You know what I fucking mean. It's got no connection to the MCU. Or Marvel at all. Like, the comic it came from, I don't even think it was a Marvel comic. I think it was some independent thing. Maybe even, like, Dark Horse or, like, Image Comics or something. Alright, we're looking it up. It's also way more super violent than the movie is. Dark Horse. Okay, it was Dark Horse Comics. Basically, putting on the mask transforms you into, like, a version of yourself that's, like, your deepest desires, your most... So, when the main character of it puts it on, like, he's into comedy, he loves cartoons, so he becomes basically like a live action cartoon. Like, he uses, like, TNT and, like, bombs and, like, all that sort of shit as, like, weapons and whatever, and, like, anything affects him like it would a cartoon. Like, he's essentially, like, bulletproof, like, he gets shot up but then can, like, spit the bullets back out like a minigun. But anything he does to people, like real people, works like it actually would. So yes, he may be able to produce and throw like a very cartoonish looking Acme bomb, you know, like a big round thing with a wick, but it will actually explode and like actually kill people instead of just like, oh, giving them like soot on their face. One of these days when we do like a watch party for stream, we should watch The Mask. That would be really interesting. Spawn, I understand not really being a thing. I also understand Black Panther kind of being lower on the list for a lot of people.
So I
here.
probably would turn into Mondo or Vader XD.
Fair enough. Okay, Hunter. So why... If we had done this and you had brought up like Vader versus Magneto like a couple weeks ago, I probably would have agreed with you. However, recently, so do you guys know the popular YouTube show Death Battle? It's by Rooster Teeth, the same guys that do Red vs. Blue and Ruby and all that sort of stuff. Death Battle is essentially a show where they, as the name suggests, they grab two characters from fiction and make them fight. Like they do all the research on them. They
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, they you know, do the research and compare their weapons, armor, abilities, powers, all that sort of stuff. Like everything throughout the character's generalized history. You know, and show examples, and then they pit them against each other. I don't always agree with their decisions in terms of, you know, the outcomes of the fights, you know, who would beat who, and I don't even always agree with their matchups. I think a lot of them, especially recently, have been very one-sided, and I don't think it's been very fair. But, so one of the ones they did recently was Magneto versus Tetsuo. Essentially one of the main characters from the anime movie / comic book, Akira. And Magneto won that, even though he could, technically speaking, only control metal, while Tetsuo had just a generalized telekinesis. And based on the information that I learned about Magneto from that video, I think it would be over pretty quick. So again, they're very similar in that both of them can move objects with their mind. You know, the Force just is telekinesis. But Vader is so much metal that all Magneto would have to do, like, is just this. And just crush his, internal mechanisms. That's all he would have to do to Vader. There's too much of him that would be controllable by Magneto, and even as powerful as Vader is, I don't think his use of the Force would be able to outdo Magneto's abilities over, like his control over metal. I don't think in the end he'd be able to fight it. It would definitely be interesting, for sure. But in that matchup, I do think Magneto would probably come out in the end. And even then, like, Vader's lightsaber, the handle's all metal. Like, he could either, like, Magneto could just bring that to him or just crush it, along with Vader's hand. Now, we could also get into the semantics of, oh, well, such and such isn't actually metal, it's a plastisteel, and, other Star Warsian
I have a number
arguments.
of points I want to make, but don't want to type literally everything out.
That's fair. Would you be willing to get on a call? I'll get you on stream. I'll get you if you're in a position to get on Discord. I can get you on a call on stream and we can talk about it.
Sure.
Neat. Get on Discord.
Let me get my headset set up.
Yeah, you could. I gotta get Discord started up anyways. Quotons, if you're still here, Can you send me that Reg? Hey, Hunter. I saw what you sent me, buddy. Why the fuck? Why did you send that to me 15 minutes ago? You know what? I'm gonna give you a call, and I'm just gonna ask you live, honestly. Hello, Hunter. You're on stream.
Hey, sexy. No, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I don't know if stream caught up for you, so I don't know if you heard me ask. What the fuck did you send me 15 goddamn minutes ago?
It's a Reddit 50/50. I didn't realize it was gonna actually list out what it was.
Yeah,
I
I
was hoping
see
you just
that.
open it and be like, oh.
All right. Okay. So you said you had a couple points in terms of the Vader versus Magneto debate. Go.
Largely, we don't know, or at least I don't. I'm sure there's a book out there that has it. What all Vader's suit is made out of, and to my knowledge, Magneto controls things are, magnetic, or can be affected by magnetic fields. So we don't know necessarily that his suit could be affected by that. And also, I'd have to double check with the lightsaber, but I do have a book of Star Wars weapons, and I don't remember if it would be magnetic or not. But there have also been instances, specifically at the end of Jedi Fallen Order, where someone was trying to crush his suit using a large amount of force, which, again, force and controlling magnetic fields against metal are different but similar in, this case.
For sure.
And they still weren't able to crush his suit, and instead almost fucking passed out from the effort it took. I do know that parts of his suit are made from, I'm pretty sure Beskar, which enhances strength as well. So even if which is why part of why Vader is such a force to be reckoned with, even if Magneto is able to try and push him back or something, there's still a chance that Vader could push through it because increased strength and stamina.
All valid points. I think you're stupid. No.
But there is Force Agents
Well, I
Force
think you're
Amore.
sexy, so what now?
There. Hold on, I am trying. Okay. Yeah, I'll. It's been like a month since the death battle that I was talking about came out, because they do it every 2 weeks. And the last one was what was it? It was Hercules versus Sun Wukong. So I've had that on my mind. But yeah, I'll have to look, because I can't remember if his actual power is specifically magnetism, because some part of me is thinking that it's obviously that's his name, and it's just the easier, it's easy just to summarize it into, magnetic fields. But I feel like his power does extend past, it's not like Magneto's weakness is just a non-magnetic metal.
That would be,
because then it would be pretty fucking easy. If it's the case where it is only it's only magnetic fields, and it's only
A Fork user has a Force shield which you have to penetrate with the Force. Magneto will
I don't know
not have
if
the
you
problem.
can hear TTS or not.
I have your stream kind of turned down very low, that way it doesn't discount my
A
watch.
Force user has a Force shield, which you have to penetrate with the Force. Magneto would not have a problem. Yeah, so we're also going with the assumption that these two things can counterbalance each other. I
mean, with as much of the Star Wars universe that is actually metal, they absolutely could.
Right.
There's plenty of shit for Magneto just to be like, okay, I'll throw this at you now, and do that.
Right.
I am looking literally in this book, and the only lightsaber covers in detail is Luke Skywalker. So it goes over the structure of Vader's. It just doesn't say specifically what metal it is made out of within the universe.
Right. But it's like I'm sure most of the plating would probably be what's it called, like Durasteel.
Probably.
There's some, I know there's some metal in the start. Well, actually, you know what? So I was gonna say that I would imagine the plating of a lightsaber was made of the like lightsaber resistant metal that exists. Except lightsabers get fucking cut in half all the goddamn time. And even
I
then,
would say all the time. We see it specifically with Darth Maul.
Right, we see it with Mauls. I could have sworn there was, maybe not in the movies necessarily, but I could have sworn I remember seeing an instance of one. And granted, you know, I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a kid, so I could be thinking of some fucking fan film that I saw in 2005 on YouTube.
Yeah.
But hold on. Let me get clarification on the Magneto powers only magnetic metal. Is Magneto's power magnetism, or can he manipulate all metal? Oh, okay, so actually his power isn't even like, oh, I can control metal. It's so much worse, which makes him so powerful. His actual power is the... Well, yeah, there's that. His power, he controls the electromagnetic force, which is so ludicrous.
Yeah, that can fuck with a lot more.
When you can manipulate one of the basic forces, like one of the fundamental forces of the universe, again, like, where's the competition? Like, because especially for like comic book characters,
that can interrupt with a lot of
I mean, that's everything.
Different things, yeah, like radio signal, cell phone signal.
Yeah, which again, like, was some of the points like brought up in the death battle, because like I remembered them talking about, you know, like particle physics and stuff like that, and why that was so. I remembered something, but I didn't remember the specifics. But knowing that, it's like, again, it's like, yeah, you could, if he has enough like knowledge and concentration, which he does, like. That's even if it was still like just metal though, like kind of going back to like the lightsaber thing, like they have just basic circuitry, well, not basic, but like they have like circuitry in there as well. If he's just like, oh, there's copper in there, and just yanks like one of them out, I would imagine that like maybe it doesn't cease like complete functionality, but a lightsaber seems like one of those things that's so delicately made that any part of that machine that isn't working, the whole thing just like falls apart. Again, not literally speaking falls apart, but it's also like, right. if this connector isn't to this like other part very specifically, some terrible shit's gonna happen with that thing, or at the bare minimum, it just won't fucking turn on.
Vader's breathing machine.
I'm trying to find out. I am listening, but I'm also trying to find out like what Vader's saber is made of, and like everything I'm finding about is about like what happened around the circumstances of Vader making his saber at different points that he made new sabers.
Right.
And the only part it actually talks about is the Kyber crystal.
Yeah. So we know, you know, that he had to construct a new one. After the Battle of Mustafar, because Obi-Wan took his. It's what he gave to Luke. Yeah. So we know he reconstructed his, and recent Star Wars canon essentially made it canon again, that the way that you well, actually no, they changed it, because before it was, they said that Sith sabers were red because they use synthetic crystals, but now they're actually corrupted. They find other kyber crystals and then corrupt them in a like in a ceremony, and that's what the crystals are literally bleeding, like psychically bleeding, and that's why their blades are red.
Yeah. I read the synthetic thing while trying to find this fucking shit. Because of course it has to be difficult. Why couldn't it just be easy? And I also read that the kyber crystals are taken from Jedi and then tortured, from fallen Jedi and then tortured into.
Don't
corrupted.
they do both by now?
Yep. And yeah, so Dub said, don't they do both? And I'm sure, like I'm sure there are still synthetic crystals that are, like easier to just, produce than it is to like go and fucking find the things. But they've made it more about like the ceremonial aspect of it. But so again, so even then, like excluding the lightsaber thing, like the man has all metal prosthetic limbs, his breathing apparatus. There's so many parts of him that could be manipulated so easily. And again, he could exert this like a similar type of force onto Magneto as well. Like, I say like, oh, like all Magneto has to do is like close his fist and just destroy Vader's breathing apparatus, but you could technically say the same of Vader of just doing the same thing on like organic lungs.
The synthetic can get every color technically, but Reed is the easiest one.
Akin to Klee
Force
from Legend of Korra. Just yeah.
Right. So I definitely suggest watching that particular, like at least the like Magneto section of like that particular death battle, when you have the chance, just because like like I said, like we all know who Magneto is, like generally speaking, but they're very good about showing like some of the finer details, especially when it comes to their powers and abilities, and showing like examples and things like that. And just American comics get so fucking ludicrous. Like as ludicrous as anime gets, almost every single death battle where it's like an American comic character, whether that's Marvel or DC versus an anime character, almost every single time it's the American property, because like, yeah, Japanese anime does get ridiculous, but usually never to the like cosmic multiversal scales that comic books have gotten to.
No, it's just like a fucking
like the only example I can think of that even gets close is Gurren Lagann, because like by the end of that show they're robots that are like almost like they're throwing galaxies like weapons, right? So like I get that, but even then you've got mutants that
I just pictured someone just throw a galaxy, just ninja star.
Basically that's the level they get to by that point. But then you have Marvel characters that's like literally the embodiment of eternity, and it's like, what the fuck do you do against that?
Yeah, DBZ gets cosmic with Dragon Ball Super.
Even some DBZ stuff. So there was, who was it? There was one episode a little bit ago that was Beerus versus
that time I got reincarnated as a slime in another world, where we apparently get to a point where
it was Beerus
slime
versus like a Sailor
galaxies
Moon
with no evort
villain, I think. And even on, I will say, I think that one came pretty close. And actually something I learned, like a lot of the DBZ stuff actually has to be scaled up even more. When you get to those like multiversal, like the universal and multiversal levels, because the DBZ universe is actually bigger than ours. So like if someone in there says like, oh yeah, they it takes them X time to travel like across the universe, that's actually even faster than what it would be in ours, just because their universe is bigger.
Massive, yeah. Have you seen Dragon Ball Super?
Yes.
Okay. I have not, so you have more info on that than me. I have only seen clips, but I know like I've seen a lot of different clips about the final fights. And I know like there's apparently one point where Goku like does some sort of move where he actually winds up creating a galaxy in his hands or around him as he's about to like do some sort of attack.
I'm trying to think because the last. So the manga has kept going and is a little different than the show. The anime stopped with the Tournament of Power, which Goku doesn't do anything too ludicrous there in terms of like grand scale. Things of a grand scale happen, but it's actually not him. But I'm trying. Oh, I'm just trying to think of because that doesn't sound familiar. Because the only thing that I can think of from DBZ that would be any similar would be the Spirit Bomb, but or the Dragon Fist, but I don't quite remember him doing that. Although it's also been a minute.
Yeah. I don't know what fight it was exactly. I just remember he was doing some sort of move and more or less a small galaxy appeared. Why do you got fart and everything? A small galaxy appeared in his hands as he was about to toss whatever. I think it might have been a Spirit Bomb.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'd have to look it up again. What the fuck were we talking about?
We went from Vader to...
Oh, right, yeah.
I was going to ask something. What do you have Elden Ring on again? Like
PlayStation.
Oh, damn. There's a mod that I think would be fun to play play with you with the mod.
Is it the multiplayer one?
Yes, it is seamless co-op and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I figured. I've seen a couple of videos for it. It does look kind of fun. All right, Hunter. Well, thank you for answering the question. I'm gonna hang up now, and then we're going to move on. Oh, he already did. Well, what a bitch. So I guess I should actually answer this. I also choose the Green Ranger powers. I love Power Rangers. It seems like
love you, buddy.
Love you too. It seems like the best powers with the least amount of detriments in that there basically aren't any. Like if we're just going with the fact that it gives you the powers, then like that's my answer as well. Okay, so
I mean, Batman is the least amount of detriments.
But also doesn't give you the best.
You have a bunch of high-tech shit and billions of dollars.
So the money, the Batman one does come down to if you get the money or not, which I know I'm the one that said that you do. That you do. I'll say it's a toss-up between Batman and Green Ranger, but I still lean a little bit towards the Green Ranger. And again, that's just personal thing. There's not even like a logical reason. It's just cooler to me. Like I love Batman, but I love Power Rangers. And I will also say that the reason that I lean more towards it is because canonically I've seen what happens to fat guys who get Ranger powers, and it does slim you up a little bit. Let me show you guys something. I actually don't know if they did it in the American series because I didn't watch the whole show of Dino Charge. But I did watch the original Sentai, which is Q Ranger. And they have a ranger in that show who's a fat American who gets ranger powers, and during his transformation, you see it slim him up a little bit. Oh, Kyoryuger. Q Ranger is a different one. Okay, let me... Hey guys, that's a little loud. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Oh, I'll also turn the music down again.
I guess as Vader you would also burn a lot of calories.
Yeah, probably. And that's, you know, then also, like, no fucking solid food. So that would suck. But, you know, again, essentially if you got force powers, then, you know, that's just the force. You can use it however you want. So if you're, you know, want to use your anger and dip into the dark side, then there it is.
Especially at the start.
Yeah. Anyways, here's this.
Spirit Ranger, fire!
Did you see? Did you see it? And see, like, he's still a little bigger than the rest of them, but... Kerthump. So here's a weird question about that. So as you guys saw, like so the man is very clearly a fat white guy, but speaks fluent Japanese, and like with the correct pronunciations. Why then? Granted, I still know the
like he has that pod he sits in and can have parts of his body off. Specifically, we can see his helmet being placed on him a few times. So, he might be able to eat solids.
I think it's more of that his throat was destroyed in the battle on Mustafar. So he's it's not so much the helmet part of it, it's the unable to swallow aspect of it. And I know he can talk, you know.
I hoped for a Bajariacti tone for the joke I did.
I know, I'm sorry, buddy. I get it, though.
Spitters are quitters, he better swallow.
So there were a few lines there where, you know, like for the call-outs that are actual English words, where the man pronounced it, you know, in English with an American accent. And yet, when it came time to call out his color, he said it in Japanese, although it's an English word. Like, is that just some weird gray area where it's like, yeah, like, it is English, but it is, like, the Japanese just don't have a word for cyan, so they just, you know, pronounce it in their language. And that's why he says it that way. We're gonna watch it again. I like Power Rangers. I like Power Rangers. I like Super Sentai. I want to see this again. I loved this show so much. This was such a good season. English. English. And see there, he actually says, like, someone else was like, oh, Aqua. Japanese there. But again, yeah, he gets his weapon out. English. American English. I loved that season, by the way. If
Sounds like Zero when they say aqua.
it did sound a little Spanish, didn't it? Oh my god, it really did. As it's zero or zero. What is...
Maybe just the flip between the languages.
Like, it's... So again, I say I'm confused, but I do kind of understand essentially where they're coming from in that while cyan is, an English word, and I doubt the Japanese have, like, a specific word for it, like specifically cyan. It's also more of it's a title, like the so Kyoryu red is, yes, it is the Rangers' color, but their colors are more of like the name / title for them. Like it's like it's a job title basically, right? So that's why I think it's in Japanese instead of English. But it's weird to have it like flip-flop between like what they do, what that particular character does and doesn't say with an American English accent for English words. Okay, Google.
I'm gonna go eat. Bye.
Who the fuck is... Oh, okay. Bye, Hunter. Thanks for joining. Okay, well, that doesn't help.
Aqua.
No.
Whatever. Okay, well, that didn't really help, did it? Because I know it isn't blue. Blue in Japanese... Let's see if I can get it. Blue in Japanese, I believe, is ao. A-O. Oh, I was so close. It's aoi.
Aoi.
A-O-I. Aoi. So, it isn't that. But yeah, most times I've ever seen the term aqua said in Japanese, it is always like they didn't have a word for it. It just was the pronunciation. So that's real interesting there, I think. Oh. I forgot I'm just streaming my screen right now. Okay. I cannot for the life of me remember why I did that. Oh, because I said I would choose Ranger powers, but I'm a fat guy. So I needed to prove that would be an okay thing in case anyone was like, yeah, but, you'd have to be in, like, full-body spandex. It's like, no, I know. But it would slim me down.
No, let's keep it going.
With what? With what? The Sentai Power Ranger stuff? I'll fucking do a Sentai stream. I'd be all into that shit. Or do you mean just the stream is me watching my stream on Twitch and we just go down a black hole? So there was another...
There goes my headset.
Aw. Well, hurry up and go find another one. So I actually had another main topic for today that I wanted to get to. And once again, my good partner, Mana, coming in clutch with the idea for stream today. I have another question for you guys that I think is it's a very interesting topic of discussion. So once again, a suggestion for a topic of discussion from Mana. Whichever system you use for video games, so whether that's PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, or PC, out of those, what would you, as a fan of that platform, suggest for games for someone who is just coming in to that platform? So like top 3 to 5 games that you would recommend. So for example, you got a friend come up to you and let's say that they know, like me, for example, you're a PlayStation guy. So they come up to you and they're like, hey, I finally did it. I bought a PlayStation. What would you recommend me try as my first few games to get me why you would recommend it? What games on PlayStation make you a fan of it that you would then suggest to others to play? So again, for PlayStation, for Xbox,
always
PC.
Minecraft, it's always a simple start.
On which platform? Because that's so it would I guess the other part of the question is this kind of leans more towards exclusives, because at least for me, my thought is what okay, so if you include a non-exclusive game on your list, which is still perfectly fine, what about playing it on your preferred system makes it a better experience than playing it on anything
Kilo
else?
U, Horizon ZD are the first two that come to mind for PS exclusives for me.
Right.
What I really like on PS4 is It Takes Two and SW Battlefront 2.
Okay. Also good choices. But yeah, so any game that is cross-platform, I think, to be a part of this particular list. So again, I also want to clarify, I'm not asking for hey, what are your favorite games on this system? It's what games would you recommend for a specific system? Or what games would you recommend for a system where the experience on that one specifically is better, in your opinion, than the experience they would have playing the same game on whatever else it's available for? So, and again, if Minecraft is one of your answers, perfectly fine. But for this particular answer, it would need to have a justification as to why is Minecraft better on the PS4 versus either Xbox or the PC. Which I could see answers. There are plenty of games that I actually think that were more designed as a PC game that I prefer on consoles. Again, I have a bias. I am much more of a console player than I am a PC gamer. Quotons, so I haven't played enough of Horizon to agree or disagree. Mana, I know, would completely agree. Obviously, I also when...
I like open world RPGs better on Xbox because the Xbox has more rendering power, so the draw distances and textures are better.
Does it really? Now, is that comparing the Xbox One X to the PlayStation 5? Because I haven't... Because I don't care about Xbox, I don't really follow them too much. I don't know the specs specifically. And even then, I don't know it like specifically for the PS5 or anything, but I also never looked at comparisons because I didn't need to. I knew I wasn't going to get an Xbox and I wanted a PS5. So I never really looked at the comparisons. So I will again.
Current generations.
Gotcha.
The PS5 is better than my 1S for sure.
Gotcha.
Well, then I can't say.
Yeah, like so it's a pretty tough question too, because of how specific the situation is, right? Like if it was just, hey, what's your favorite console? What are your like top games for it? That's pretty easy, but like to specifically be like, because it's that pressure of, oh, I need to suggest games that are going to impress, because that's essentially what you're trying to do in this situation, right? Is someone's like, they've already taken the dive, so they already have the system, but what do you tell them to play to show why you thought it was such a good decision for them to get it, and to justify them
Switch, I would
keeping
say
it?
Mario Odyssey, Zelda Botland,
Yeah.
Animal Crossing, I guess.
Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild for sure is at least going to be on someone's Switch list. So I will say, for me personally, I'll start with the Switch. I'll start with Nintendo. If someone was like, "Hey, I'm getting a Switch. What games should I buy for it?" Breath of the Wild. And then I would say Pokemon Sword and Shield. And then yes, whatever the most recent Mario RPG would be, which I think right now is Odyssey. Nothing's come out after that. Or no, was there? What is the most recent one? I can't remember if 3D World came out before or after.
Odyssey is a good game.
It is. So the latest release was 3D World with Bowser's Fury. But yeah, so it would be between Odyssey and 3D World, depending on that individual's specific taste, which I know is a big factor in this as well, of like, well, my answer is going to change depending on who's asking. But we're more going for like what are immediate, like, your suggestions. But so it would be between either Odyssey or 3D World. Those would for sure be my top three. Again, I'm not. There's not a ton of Nintendo series that I have like recent experience with. So like, there's a relatively recent Kirby game that came out. Mana and I actually played it on the first stream here, and it was pretty good. Would I give it a suggestion for like, oh, this is why you need a Switch? No. But yeah, and then some multiplayer / party game, whether that's again like Mario Party or Mario Kart, something like that. But yeah, for sure the big ones like Breath of the Wild, whatever the most recent Pokemon installation is, and then like whatever the Mario whatever the most recent like Mario game is, and then maybe like a party game or something. Oh, Smash Brothers, of course. So yeah, I think, but Nintendo's kind of the easier one, right? Because it is more, Nintendo tries to make not necessarily family oriented, but like the easiest way for the most amount of people to get into gaming. Now, if we're going more towards, so now switching to like, for me, PlayStation, what would I suggest to someone who maybe was either like strictly like Nintendo or even Xbox or PC, and they're like, hey, I'm making the switch to PlayStation. I got a PS5. what should I play? I absolutely agree with Quotons on The Last of Us. I would also say so it also has to be a generalized answer because like my answer for PS3 is going to be different than specifically like PS4 or PS5. So just PlayStation in general, because also I would imagine that most of your suggestions, like whatever's on the list, should also be, available. So me personally, The Last of Us,
well, I have
more
to go.
specifically the first one.
Good night and have a good stream.
All right, thanks a lot, Dubs. Thanks for showing up, buddy. See you later. I would say The Last of Us, Part 1. I really loved Infamous Second Son, which I know by now is a very outdated game. It was like one of the first releases for the PS4, but I fucking love that game. I replay it all the time. The visuals are incredible, the story is incredible, the characters are amazing, the progression in the actual game is very neat. I am not someone who... I've never gotten a platinum trophy in my life, and for anyone out there who maybe doesn't understand what that means, for PlayStation, when you get every single achievement in a game, you then get the platinum trophy for it, basically meaning you 100% completed the game. You've done everything possible that the game has to offer. I've never been that kind of person. I don't have the patience for it.
Time. If I'm picking my favorite PlayStation game / series of all generations, it would be the Max Payne series.
Okay.
And they're remastering the first 2.
I did not know about that. When that happens, I'll probably pick those up to play, because for as long as I've known you, you've always suggested the Max Payne games, and I remember like we went out and like I bought them for the PS2 to play them, and then they didn't fucking work. So I still have not had the opportunity to play them. But if they're doing if they're doing remasters for the first 2, I will for sure pick those up to play them, because I've always been curious. I think Bloodborne has to be on there too. The Last of Us, Bloodborne, Second Son. Because I'm trying to think of games that are like epitome PlayStation. That you can't get this experience anywhere else. So I guess God of War as well, the recent one. I think that's still pretty exclusive. And if I had to pick one more,
God of War.
Man, that's actually
Uncharted.
tough. I never played any of them. So that's the other thing too, is like you obviously have those games that are you have the games that are like the mascots of PlayStation, like the Uncharted series, the Tomb Raider series. So I guess they would make if someone asked me, I would probably say like also try the Uncharted and the Tomb Raider series. They've always been Sony exclusives. Obviously they're very popular, but with the caveat of saying I can't give you my personal opinion on them. I can't guarantee you'll like them or dislike them. I've never played them. Never played either of them. Never really been interested in them. And then I would say probably like an HD remake collection of something. The Jak and Daxter series, the Spyro series, the Crash series. If they were like, well, like I always wanted to experience some of the older games, but I never had it, then I'd be like, well, they got, the collections that are out there. like the HD remakes and everything. And those would basically be my suggestions. And whether this would be surprising to anybody or not, I wouldn't put.
They're fun popcorn games.
Right.
Just action and puzzles and running and gunning. Fun but not deep.
Yeah, so you get that spectrum, right? You get the quick, fun, cartoony kind of games that you could just do in an afternoon or two when they're a ton of fun, again, like the Crash, the Spyro, the Jak and Daxter games. And then you have the more cinematic, hardcore, masterpieces of storytelling like God of War and The Last of Us. I would not have Kingdom Hearts as a suggestion. One, because obviously they're not exclusives, but the reason I don't put Kingdom Hearts on there, even as a personal list, is just because I know how niche it is. I would, in an actual conversation with someone, I would probably bring it up at the end of saying hey, another thing too, maybe get the Kingdom Hearts collection if it's something you've never played but wanted to, with the understanding that it is a very, very niche thing, a very niche fandom. Yes, it is popular and people know it, but I would absolutely say the series is pretty far into it. There are a lot of games, there's a lot of lore. Check out the first game if you never have, but in a generalized list, I probably wouldn't. It would, that suggestion would very much depend on who I was talking to. Same with just Final Fantasy in general. Although again, they're not really exclusives. There's tons of different platforms that you can experience Final Fantasy on.
I would always recommend FO76 and NMS2, but those aren't platform specific and won't be fun for everyone.
Exactly, and I think everyone has those as well, of those games that they mean a lot to you, but in this specific scenario, it's you can play them on other things and have different experiences, and they may not be for everybody, sort of thing. Especially if it is a more recent question, because obviously there are also a lot of games that maybe at launch were exclusives, but over time, became more widely available on other platforms. So it kind of lost how special it was to that particular platform. So now I actually want to ask the inverse of that question. If, once again, someone came to you and said, hey, I just bought X, what would you recommend I avoid? As part of another list, what would you say for people to not play, to avoid at all costs, to prevent them from disliking the system? And so again, it's easy to just say oh, don't buy the cheap crap, because yeah, whatever, that goes for pretty much every platform. Because even consoles now have ways of they have tons of just trash games that have just been tossed onto them. But in terms of bigger hits that someone may come across, because it's oh, well, I always heard about such and such game, but I never got to play it because it's on this system. Should I play it? And your recommendation would be, no, do not do that. Absolutely not. I completely disagree. Are there any are there any examples of that would immediately come to mind? That if someone said, I was thinking of checking out X thing, you would be like, hey, don't. The-
Also Days Gone for a do play on PS. For avoiding? I don't know, I feel like there aren't any games that stand out to me as definitely don't play these because there are games that I really do not like that people really love.
Right.
Especially exclusive ones.
Yeah, because...
The only game I could confidently say don't play, it would be Cyberpunk. And especially on last-gen consoles.
At this point, even Cyberpunk, I wouldn't be super confident to tell someone, like, absolutely do not. Because, now I'm not saying they've completely redeemed themselves, but I know that CD Projekt Red has been trying to No Man's Sky it as best as possible. And I've been hearing decent things about the game. More so PC than the console ports. But... yeah, I'm also with you that, I'm asking it, but I don't necessarily have anything that comes to my mind as well of, like, oh, you got a PlayStation? That's cool. Do not play blah. There's not really anything I can think of that would be, like, a for sure, like I tell people at every opportunity not to play it. There really isn't anything major I can think of. Because like I said, even at this point, if someone just now told me they like got a console or whatever and were like, I was thinking of playing Cyberpunk, what I would say would be, it didn't have a great launch, but I've heard they've worked on making it better. If you can get it on sale or for cheap, go ahead. But let me know, and just know that it wasn't received very well at launch. That's essentially what I would say about Cyberpunk. But yeah, I also agree that, like, I can't really think of too much any like major titles that may still be popular, that may still draw in a potential crowd, but that I would like vehemently like ask someone to avoid. And again, I also think that goes for situation to situation, person to person. It depends on who's asking. There may be some people who if they told me they got a PlayStation, just knowing them, there may be specific games that I would say, like, hey, you may have an interest in trying out X thing, but me personally can't really suggest it. Yeah, there's nothing in those regards that I can really think of that stands out as well. Nah. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end it there for today. Today was a great stream. Today was incredible. Largely in part to everybody who's here showing up. It was really great having everybody here. It was great hanging out with all of you and chit-chatting and basically just shooting the shit today. So yeah. Thank you all for being here. As usual, we'll be live tomorrow, same time, same place. If you want to keep updated on the stream, things that are going on, if you'd like to be a part of the community, we have the Discord. There's also the Facebook and Twitter to go follow. We also have a YouTube channel. The VOD for every stream is up and available by 10 a.m. Central Time the following day. So the VOD for this stream will be up on the YouTube channel 10 a.m. tomorrow. I also have a donation link down below. Anything that gets donated goes right back into the channel for better equipment, other things. But yeah, guys, so streams, again, schedule kind of changed this week. We're now live every weekday. I'm taking the weekends off, give myself a little bit of time to prep, to plan, to to have a break. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. As always, guys, I could not be doing this without you. You guys are what make streaming so much fun. I fucking love you all. Before I forget what we're going to do, because I almost always forget, we're going to... Let's see if there's anyone to raid. Let's see if I can send you guys to anybody. If you don't want to be a part of the raid, also understandable. You can go ahead and leave, but I would like if you stayed until the raid started, just to help out whoever it is we're raiding, and it also does help me out as well with my stats and things of that nature. That one was a fucking struggle for me. How do I raid again? Oh, right, I was on the correct page. Let's raid a channel. Who? We'll raid Luna. I think anyone who's here, I think you guys will like Luna. She's pretty cool. Do I have enough people to raid? I don't. Alright, guys. Well, I'll see you later. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for the raid. Really appreciate it. Holy, I just started. I just started and I'm already getting raided. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. How you been? How have you been? And anybody else who's joining Sirius's raid, I am Luna. I do a variety of things here. I'm a variety streamer. I play games. I do art. All that good stuff. Hope you enjoy your time here. Right now, I'm in a cozy little